Right. So let's talk about how you can create a tech consulting resume that actually gets you interviews. And the hard way that a lot of people seem to want to do is just cold spam about 500 tech consulting jobs and pray that one of them picks them for an interview. And quite frankly, this is not working. And where we want you to go and where we can help you go if you watch the rest of this video is actually helping the hiring manager pick out your resume amongst a huge stack of resumes and helping you actually get picked for these tech consulting interviews. So stick around if you want to figure out how to do that. So first, let's talk about why lots of tech consulting resumes just suck. The first reason that we see quite frequently is that their experience is completely irrelevant. You have to have tech consulting experience in order to get a tech consulting job. This doesn't mean necessarily you have to work for a particular tech consulting firm, but you should be part of consulting related activities. Have you advised a particular business? Have you worked on a particular tech stack? Have you advised a particular person on anything related to tech? Absolutely fundamental stuff. Next thing is you got to be able to quantify. Numbers really matter in tech consulting. You got to be able to quantify things in your resume. How have you increased customer satisfaction by X? How have you reduced scalability by Y? Stuff like that. You got to talk about numbers. Numbers matter, folks. Next thing is you got to be able to convince the hiring manager about your ability to advise. I mean, advising people is like the fundamental nature of consulting. So, conveying things like persuasive skills and soft skills through your resume and through the activities that you have actually done on your resume are like super, super important. So, please keep that in mind. And finally, you got to be able to convince the hiring manager about your technical ability. You got to put your quantitative skills, like we mentioned above, but you also got to talk about the technologies and programs that you worked on. And you got to talk about what you can consult on. I mean, it's absolutely fundamental that you know your skills. So, how do you actually create a great tech consulting or pre sales resume? The first thing you got to do is you got to actually put your sales and technical experience up front. This is like fundamental. If you don't have the ability to convey the technical experience that you have, it's going to be really hard for you to land a tech consulting role in 2025. Next thing is you got to bold relevant items. Resume recruiters and hiring managers, they'll scan your resume in like 6 seconds or less. You got to make sure you bold the relevant items that are important to tech consulting companies. And they should not be reading your resume for the first time. We have a full system that talks about how you can systematically get interviews at tech consulting firms. And this is, you got to do it through informational networking chats. And these people need to be the ones who are actually seeing your resume first, not the hiring manager. Keep that in mind. And finally, you got to get rid of white room and do not crowd the resume that much. Please, it's got to be readable. Readability is like absolutely fundamental to create a great tech consulting resume. And finally, you got to just keep in mind that we offer a program that helps you get your dream tech consulting job. It's a systematic program that works to help you land interviews in tech consulting. It's not a sales call. We will help you come up with a tech consulting job search strategy. We will talk about everything you need to know to help you land a tech consulting role, from how you create a resume to how you create a cover letter to how you go about getting interviews in a systematic light. And if you want further help beyond the call, we do offer career coaching. Keep that in mind. And finally, it's a one-time payment. So thanks for watching.